Like to give it a second. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 181. We're officially halfway throughout the year. So just give us hey Shraddha. Thank you for watching. Much appreciated. Love you to death. Thank you so much. And again, anyone that ever has a chance to watch this either now or later, I greatly appreciate it. Because like the great Jay-Z said, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate it. From India, thank you for watching, and thank you everyone else. And yes, we are in daily motivation, 365 days of consistency, doing the same things over and over again until they become habit. And if you like these talks, I don't know if you noticed, I have a motivational CD, Why Not You? It's available on Amazon and on my website. That's Why Not You? 5 ways to change your paradigm for massive success. Because what keeps us from our success is our paradigms. It's our subconscious beliefs that we don't even know about. And I had a hypnotherapist help me through different activities, help me to reach my subconscious mind. And I can help you as well if you want to get this CD. It's on Amazon and also on my website. It's powerofselfent.com. Powerofselfent.com. Just had to drop a quick commercial for you. So today I want to talk about something really important, especially during times like these, is how do you keep cool when the universe tests you, when life tests you, when life comes to you by the blind side, and things that you didn't expect happen. Especially, thank you, Shraddha. She says, I rock. You rock too, love. So what happens when life tests us? And it will test us. It tests us all the time because you are on a journey. And in this journey, you must be tested to check your authenticity. What is your authenticity? It is, you ever wake up in a really good mood, right? Like you're like, man, I'm ready to conquer the world. Life is good. I'm ready to take on these new challenges. I'm ready to make things happen. And then, boom! Something happens to you. And I believe it's usually because, thanks Jasmine, it's usually because I need to check your authenticity. Okay, you're such in a good mood. Are you ready for the challenges, huh? All right, life is good, right? Okay, let's see that. And the test really is, I learned this from a gentleman named Bentino Marcio. He's awesome. He's off of YouTube. And Bentino says when life comes at you, it's really to test on your ability to control your mind, control your perspective, control your consciousness. If you understand the law of attraction, like attracts like, is if you are vibrating good, you shall attract good. But that attraction shall be tested. Now, when something happens to you, is your mind actually saying, or life actually saying, what does this mean? What does this mean? And what it means, most people say, okay, well, this is terrible. Maybe life is not that good. Maybe I'm not ready for the challenges. Maybe things are hard. Maybe, I was going to be an entrepreneur, but now I'm just going to get that regular job again. Maybe this is not for me. Or, maybe this is just not where I'm supposed to go. And that's a test. That at that moment, you just failed. You just told life that you were not ready. You were not authentic to yourself when you made that first claim. See, what will happen is when you're in a great mood, life will challenge you. Let me tell a story in Destiny on Purpose of, a gentleman going to work. And there's 2 guys, person A and person B. Person A, both people got their brand new shoes stepped on, right? Person A gets upset and says, yo, man, I just got these shoes, bro. Back up. And walks around all day in a bad particular mood. And what happens is he starts attracting more and more and more of that bad mood because you just told life you're not ready. I don't feel good. Things are not going well in my life. I am not happy. And that's the attitude, and that's the vibration that you emit, and that's the same thing that you shall attract. Now, person B has the same things happen to him. So somebody steps on his shoes and he's like, you know what, man? That guy was rude. But it's just shoes. It's okay. It's fine, you know? I'll be okay. I could get new shoes. And, you know, everybody gets what they give. So there's no point of me being upset because everyone will get what they give. And then he walks back into a good mood and starts attracting more and more and more and more good things. Why? Because he told the universe that everything happens good for me. Everything's going to work itself out. I'm not going to get upset for these small, tiny little things. I'm going to keep going with my momentum. And what happens is life starts attracting more and more good things into that person's life. Why? Because they don't shift moods because of outside circumstances. They are authentic within themselves for what they want of being a positive and good things always happening to them. And one thing that shocked me is when I read this book. It's called the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records is this book is absolutely phenomenal. Abundance is the way of life, yes, but only if you can achieve that emotion, that moment. Yes, keep going with the momentum. That's what breaks the levee. That's what starts attracting good things into your life. That's what attracts luck, is when you keep the momentum. But the thing is, we break our momentum because we're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and we just stay stagnant. We constantly confuse the universe because we're letting outside circumstances dictate how we feel and how we dictate how we vibrate, and then that's what we attract. So when I read this book, The Akashic Records, it's saying that in life, your mind, your subconscious mind, your consciousness is constantly recording and it's checking for authenticity. Let me repeat that. Your mind, your consciousness, your awareness is constantly recording and checking for authenticity. It's deep. So when you choose what's good and what's bad. It's not life choosing what's good and bad for you. You choose it. You say, okay, this is good or this is bad. There's certain words I don't use. I don't use the word hate. Even when I'm upset about something, I'm saying, you know, that's not the best. I don't say I don't like anything. I say that's not the best. Why? Because I want to authentically love everything. Authentically love everything. And things that I don't agree with, I say, well, I just don't agree with that. I respect it. I know it's a part of life. I accept it. I just don't agree with it. I don't not like anything. Why? Because your mind, your consciousness always checking for authenticity. So when you emit love in that direction, you attract more of that love. I appreciate to see Robert Greene books on your shelf behind you. All day, man, all day. He's one of the best philosophers or psychologists on the planet. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Shraddha. And so when you're always checking your consciousness, always checking for your own authenticity. Again, I like to tell people, you don't get what you want. You get what you are. And what you are is what you're emitting authentically. So many people say, yeah, you know, today's going to be a great day. And then, boom, they get a fender bender. Today sucks. Things, and then you get into this negative momentum. Oh, you know, things always bad happen to me. Good things never happen to me. I always have these type of luck. I've always had these type of issues. And then you're right. You do. Life will agree with you every single time. Yes, you're right. You do. You always have bad luck. You always have bad things happen to you. You're absolutely right. But when you're authentic and say, you know what? That fender bender is probably going to lead to me something better. Happened to me once. I remember I got to a car accident and completely totaled the car. And I remember my friend was like, man, you're not upset? I'll be hot right now. I said, no, I'm good, man. At the time, I was doing my book launch of The East Side. And that book launch was just in my main focus. I was like, listen, we'll deal with the car stuff later. Let me deal with the book launch first. And I just wasn't emotional about it. I said, you know what? It's fine. We could get another car. I'm alive. I'm happy. And that led to momentum. See, the officer pulled me over. Like, it was really my fault. I came behind him in his Florida no fault. And because I hydroplaned, it was raining. I hydroplaned right into the guy's car. And the officer said, you know what? You seem very shooken up. I'm not even going to give you a ticket. What? Okay. He said, don't even worry about it. You seem like you probably had a really rough day, so don't even worry about the ticket. I said, cool, excellent. They come and total the car, right? Again, I'm positive about it. I'm cool about it. Jazz was there. I'm cool about it. I'm like, it is what it is. I'm alive. I'm healthy. Let's just do this book launch. Later, they take the car and they said it was totaled. And so I took my insurance company. My insurance company writes me a big giant check. And that big giant check helped me buy my Lexus IS250, my dream car. Momentum, baby. Momentum, momentum. That's what you want, is momentum. Life is going to test you. See, I could have went the negative direction and say, man, what I'm going to do, my car's totaled, everything sucks, everything's terrible. And life would have said, okay, cool. And I bet you I probably would have gotten the ticket because of my attitude, what I was projecting. And I probably would never have gotten the car. I probably got some old jalopy. But since my momentum was so fast forward, and I remember that same friend that said, hey, man, you should be upset, saw me pull up in the Lexus and said, how the hell you get that? And I said, because, man, I feel good. I attract what I want. I attract what I desire because your mind, your consciousness, your awareness is always checking for authenticity. The thing is, many times we say things and our actions and our feelings completely contradict it. That's misalignment. To truly attract the things you want, you have to be in alignment. And that's how you keep cool. When you understand the philosophy, the understanding of how this energy attraction works. You say, I'm going to be authentically enjoy life, authentically spread that love, authentically live through my heart chakra, authentically live through everything works out for me. And reality will say, okay. At least that's what I've seen in my own life. And many people I've studied that accomplish many great things. So when you're in a great mood, when things are going, when you feel like you want to take on life, life will challenge you. But it's our duty, our job to say, I will stay the course regardless. Even when you get bad news. Like I woke up this morning in a great mood. And then, things happen. And I'm like, okay, Rich, there's a decision now. Here's a decision. You have the choice. Are you going to look at this as a negative? Or are you going to look at it as a positive? I said, I'm going to look at it as a positive. And then I got reinforced that, you know what? It is positive. Life is always testing you. If you'll never go through life without being tested. Ever. So life is asking you all the time, what does this mean? What does this mean? You choose the meaning of it. Life has no meaning except the meaning we give it. Oof. Life has no meaning except the meaning that we give it. And then the meaning you give it is a upward spiral, you'll attract more upward things. But if the meaning to you is a downward spiral, you will attract more of those things. So, when you're tested, keep cool, breathe. First, number one, take a deep breath. And then say to the universe, I know there's something good out of this. And then search for that. Always search for the good out of it. Keep yourself calm by breathing and say, what is the good out of it? And think logically. Okay, life has no meaning except the meaning that I give it, so give it a good meaning. And then when you give it a good meaning, you tend to attract more good things into your life. Again, this is Rich Fontaine. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Shraddha. Thank you, Harish. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Jazz. Thank you, everyone else I can't see but have watched this video. I appreciate it. Again, you could agree with me or not agree with me, but either way, I feel this was a successful conversation. And Catherine said one thing, I want to reach what she said. Okay, I like that. I do try that. It is not easy until it's habit. Exactly. It's not easy until... See, hold on. I want to emphasize this real quick. It is not easy until it's habit. It's my nature to see the best of any and everything. Momentum, yes. See, it's not easy, but that's why I do these 365-day videos. To understand consistency creates habit. You have to push yourself to be consistent. Then after a while, automatically it starts to become habit. So you have to, when you see the world, each time life tested you, stop for a moment and say, okay, what momentum do I want to build? I'm going to build a positive momentum and keep moving forward in that direction. And that's how you build the habits. These are all habit building things. Success is a habit building thing. It's not something that comes to you innate because people around you are always going to make you feel negative. That's the reason why it has to be worked on, because everyone around you doesn't have the good habit. They're going to always go negative. That's why most people attract a lot of negative things into their life, unfortunately. And again, life is not perfect. But I'll leave you what Ram Dass said once. He had a stroke. And he said, I don't wish the stroke on anyone. But what happened after the stroke, the enlightenment that came after the stroke, that I wish for everyone. See, he said the stroke caused him to have to settle down because he was speaking. He was going around the world speaking. And it was his time to settle back to himself and rekindle his relationship with the cosmic energy. And he said afterwards, I got a chance to just be at home, lay in that bed. But then all these things, great things started to come back into my mind. So everything has the seed of something good, but only if we search for it. Again, love is love. I appreciate all of you. Namaste.